What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. But first, stay on this one. So, I'm sure you guys are like, oh, we're back. You're back at home. Things are, things. Yeah, I'm back at home. I'm back in my normal little studio, my normal little setup. You know what I mean? But let's get right into it. Now, to be honest with you guys, I know this isn't going to be a very long video. I'm more than aware of that. However, this is a video I've been wanting to do for a couple months now at the bare minimum. And some of you guys might be wondering, well, why haven't you done the video beforehand? Technically speaking, I wouldn't have had to do all the things that I'm going to bring up in this video for me to make the video and give you guys the information. However, I'm not going to sit here and give you guys information that I haven't tried out myself. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about the process and the cost of getting your concealed carry permit or your concealed weapons permit. Permit. There we are. In the great state of Florida. Now, what exactly do you have to do? How much is it going to cost you? How long will it take? These are all three very important questions that a lot of people, they just want the answers to. All right, so what do you have to do? Okay, to break it down simply step by step, you're going to have to go take a concealed carry course. A lot of ranges offer them. As a matter of fact, my range offers one. If you want to, go ahead and check it out. But you're going to have to take a concealed carry course. You're going to have to pass that course, get your certificate. That right there is already going to cost you a little bit of money. Some of you guys might know, some of you guys might not. But for those who don't know, concealed carry courses are not free. They're not free. You're going to have to pay the instructor for their time. Excuse me, that's just how this works. Now, moving on from that, right, after you get your permit, or not your permit, your certificate of completion of the concealed carry course, now we can actually work on the getting of the permit. Now, there's two ways that you can go about it. You can either go directly to the Department of Agriculture, which are the Department of Agriculture is who gives out concealed carry permits. Or you can do what I did, which is going to be more likely than not what a lot of y'all are going to do, which is go to a tax collector's office. Now, is there really much of a difference in going to the Department of Agriculture and going to the tax collector? Yeah, I mean, you're going to be paying a tiny bit more going to a tax collector than the Department of Agriculture just because there's a convenience fee for them. You might also have to wait a tiny bit longer. But when I tell you guys that wait time isn't really an issue, especially at the time of recording at least, it's kind of funny, but we're going to get into that. Whatever cost your concealed carry course is going to be, let's just use a easy number. We'll say $100. Just some of y'all might be like, wow, that's expensive. Some of y'all might be like, wow, that's cheap. It's just a fair, easy number to go with. So let's say you spend $100 just taking the course itself. Next, the most you're going to spend will be at the tax collector's office. That will be another $120. So now we're looking at about $220, not the biggest deal. After that, you're going to sit there. When you go into the tax collectors, tell them you're applying for your concealed carry permit. They will make you take a seat, and at least if it's like the one that I went to, they will pull you into another room, and then they will, sit there, they'll take a copy of your certificate. They'll take down your information at least, and then they'll make you do the background check. Now, the background check, it's kind of funny because a lot of people are like, oh, well, is it the same as a 4473? Kind of not. I mean, the only real thing that stood out to me more than anything else is that they take your fingerprints. You know what I mean? But after you get your fingerprints taken, you just confirm with them that the details they have are accurate, and then they will send you on your way. Now, does this mean that you've gotten approved? No, that's not what that means. You are not a concealed carrier yet. What this means is that your background check is going to go right to the Florida Department of Agriculture. They are going to do their own research, and believe me, them to be taking your fingerprints means they do a good amount of research. But after that happens, you're either going to get an approval or a denial. Now, with a denial, there can be several reasons why you would get one. It can be possibly just a misunderstanding. Maybe you forgot to put something down on paperwork. Maybe you needed to provide additional paperwork that you didn't provide. However, if you get denied, what I'm about to say next basically means nothing to you. But if you haven't gotten denied, you either are going to get approved or you're going to be waiting for a while. Some people might be wondering, what is the longest time that you would have to worry about waiting for your concealed carry permit? And it varies case by case. If they don't get back to you with an answer within 90 days, they have to issue it to you. So if you don't get an answer back within 90 days, you will get your concealed carry permit issued to you, and then you will eventually have it mailed out to you. All that good stuff. For those of y'all wondering, they take your picture at the tax collector's office or at the Department of Agriculture, whichever you go to apply. But my whole point I'm getting at here is simply, it's not going to be a super long time. It's not going to be a super long wait period. It's not super treacherous. Some of y'all might be wondering, okay, what is the time frame looking like now? I can't give you an exact time frame. However, what I can say is that I applied on the 3rd of this month, and by the 14th, I already had my permit in the mail. That's 11 days, guys. I got approved, and it was mailed out to me and arrived at my home in 11 days. Now, with that being said, I don't want to keep going in circles on this. However, I just want to point out a couple of things to people. Is it worth getting your concealed carry permit as far as money-wise? Yes. I do a video talking about 3 reasons why you should get your concealed carry permit. Actually, I talk about that and do a whole video on that. Go ahead and check that out. But what I can also say is, please do remember, guys, that you can save a couple bucks going to the Department of Agriculture. You're probably not going to get word back as quickly. But for some reason, the tax collector's office, it just seems to be more convenient for some people. I've heard incredibly small wait times. I mean, when I first applied, I asked how long the wait time was possibly going to be. And I was told about 3 to 4 weeks would be when I get an answer usually. I got it in 8 days. And then it was mailed out 3 days later. But with that being said, I do think that about wraps it up for this video. Overall, it is not too costly. It is not too much of a pain or a hassle. Excuse me. And is it just worth it overall? 100%. With that being said, y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all, and almost did an extra point there. Yeah, extra point. And whether or not you agree with me, well, actually, I don't think you can really disagree with me on this because I'm just explaining to you the process. That's how it goes down. That's just how it happens. You're not going to be able to apply for your concealed carry permit without your certificate of completion for a concealed carry course. So you have to add all of that in together. So in the end, guys, there's no really disagreeing with me about the process and the cost of getting your concealed carry permit in Florida. However, whether or not you like the process of having to go deal with all of that, go ahead and comment down below why or why not. Make sure to check out all my other videos. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.